Good morning. Welcome to my channel. So I think we'll do general collective. I know I still have to do the earth signs. I know. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Procrastinated a little bit getting this started today. I slept in a little bit too, so which is rare. Everything's pre-shuffled because what I kind of did also when I was like getting up, having my coffee, getting in the mode, I pre-shuffled every single deck. That's why this is like super empty. And whatever decks are willing to play today are here, ready to come into action if we need them. You might hear a little white noise in the background because my daughter's fan is on. I had to shut the air conditioner off. It cools her room too. So I couldn't shut her fan off. That's just not right. She's not gonna be happy this is lit. Thank you, Spirit. We've been chatting all morning. Let's get some messages for my collective. I had some really great messages come through randomly for a friend of mine yesterday, so that was fun. I love when that happens. Okay. Let's see. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to wing this today, but we'll see. Okay, Spirit, let's start off by telling me what is the vibe of the reading? What's collective's current energy right now? What's the sitch? My space is so pretty. I'm going to do a camera angle from behind me so you guys can get the whole picture because it's really nice. I mean, you can see it when I do top down, but it's something about seeing it like this. So I can't remember in my last video if I mentioned that I had done some scrying. I think I did. I can't remember. There's so many videos I had to start over. Really weird. Thank you, Spirit. But yeah, I did, and some weird like messages came through. I got light versus dark, but it was like what I saw was almost like an old Capcom game, like title screen. This is too many cards, please. So it was like light versus dark, like head to head. I saw that the statue in Rockefeller Center in New York. I've also had it come to me that if we have a major UFO event, because there's been tons of things going on, if you haven't been up on it, you should look into it. Be careful what you see though. Make sure it's a reputable source. But if we have like a major event, it's going to be at the 9/11 memorial. For some reason that keeps coming up. I saw a dog statue. It was like a golden retriever, but he was reading a book wearing a pair of glasses. Someone looking up, and there was like light on their face, so I imagine they were looking up at the moon, sun, sky, whatever. But like, Easter Island and the moon. Yeah, so those are the weird things that kind of came through. Whether or not it means anything, I don't know. But that's what I saw. If it means any of those things mean something to you specifically, let me know. Let me get one more. Please. Thank you. Alright, so we have the Page of Fire with the 6 of Air, the 9 of Fire with the 8 of Water, and on the Sun. Oh wow, this is pretty clear. So with it seems like I get a lot of these new beginnings, don't I? You have a passion that you're pursuing, you're going after, sailing away into calmer waters, so to speak. And you're kind of like at the end of like this, where you're going, what you're setting off to do is kind of like the culmination of whatever you've been working towards. Like say you graduated, right? So you've graduated and now you're moving on to this, right? Not saying that's what it is, but that type of thing. You know, and it's like you've been on this long road, but you're determined not to give up. And even if that means having to leave where you are in search of that thing that's missing, that thing that you've been working towards, you know, the thing you've been looking to fulfill your life. Like it's coming through as a new endeavor, but I think it's new because you're now starting to work towards the actual thing instead of the preparation of the thing, if that makes sense. And then we have the Sun. Like, you really truly think this will bring you happiness. It looks like you're working towards this with all like good intentions, where it's, you know, going to calmer waters. I don't know if where you are right now is tumultuous or just because it's been a lot of work and now you can kind of like do what you've been working towards. Yeah, maybe. Excuse me. Alright. Maybe you're going somewhere that whatever it is you're doing is like more popular or something like that. You know what I mean? Like if you live in like the country but you want to be an interior designer, you're gonna go to the city to start, right? Yeah, this is all very much like, tomorrow I'm leaving, type of feeling, that like you're packing bags and thinking about stuff, and yeah, that's the kind of vibe. Like, this is like current, just like what I asked. Thank you. Yeah, bottom of the deck is the moon. I think is the full moon coming, or the new moon's coming? I feel like this is kind of like you're going after your dreams and you're ready to, like, because the moon can be illuminating things. And this page of fire to me is saying, like, look at what I've been working on. And it's pointing to the moon. Right? So the moon is like, ooh, it's your representing like what you've been working on. I think it's saying like you're ready to show the world what you've been working on. Or a piece of yourself maybe that you haven't before. Maybe that's why you're leaving. It's easier. This makes sense. It's kind of, isn't it? Don't you find it easier to, like, I don't know, almost show a little bit of yourself like that to a stranger rather than someone who knows you? I do. And sometimes I feel like I can be more myself with someone I don't know than someone I do and I'm gonna see again, like on a regular basis. I don't know, it's weird. That's why it's funny, we were talking the other day, a co-worker of mine, a friend of mine, about how we're like different with patients than we are like how you normally would be. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not really that different. I think the only difference between how I treat the people I see on a daily basis is I just don't divulge a lot of personal information, which I don't anyway. But even more so, I let them talk to me. But as far as like, I don't know, my enthusiasm, I'm very positive person. Everyone who walks in, I'm like, hey, it's like, but it's consistent. It's not, but that's what I'm saying. It's genuine. I didn't know how to get that across. Like, no, I'm the same. It's not that I'm not genuine. This is how I genuinely feel. I genuinely care about these people. But yeah, we all have different hats we wear at different places. So is it a little different than when I'm like with my friends? Yeah. But not so much I'm like a different person. And then there are some patients that can be a little more like looser, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, I feel like you think in order to fulfill your potential, it's good for you to leave wherever you are. To not worry about the people judging you. Even though they may not be, but perception and how you feel is how you feel. I'm not here to tell you if they are or not. It doesn't matter, right? It's like, if someone believes something or someone thinks something, you're not gonna, but that's not true because it doesn't matter. Like sometimes if like my daughter's like upset about something, she tends to dwell on things a little bit. And I'm like, I know you're not dying. I know it's in your head. I said, but I'm just trying to be the voice of reason. I'm not trying to tell you you're wrong. You know, you have to kind of think of it that way, because no matter how much you be like, but you're not, but this, you can't stop somebody from worrying like that. So you just have to be, I get it. It's not true, but I get it. All right. So this is the 5. So what's the situation? What's actually going on? This just feels very much like somebody who wants to explore too. Maybe you go on a road trip. Maybe you graduated and you're going on a road trip. Don't go by yourself with your boyfriend. Not funny. I'm not saying that's true. I'm just saying, just in general common sense. I think this is too many cards. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Please tell me about the actual situation. What's making Collective go on this adventure? Thank you. The world, the end of a cycle. You want to see the world? The world is your oyster. The world's at your feet. Do it while we still have one. This might have been something like you've always wanted to do. Are we done with this deck, Spirit? Temperance on the bottom of this one. Patience. It's funny that patience came up, and they're both okay. So 8 of Wands, pretty sure it's also Sagittarius energy, but one's very patient and things are coming in fast for the 8 of Wands. So, but it's also things are manifested are coming in. I feel like maybe you're starting to like believe in yourself. I think maybe you've seen results. You've seen things you've been manifesting start to come in, and you're like, oh my god. And you've had achievements. Like I said, you've closed a cycle. You've done work for something. Maybe you don't even know it. Maybe this is like within you, like a spiritual like elevation. What is something from the recent past about this? What got us here? Nine of Wands came out. Thank you, Spirit. He's telling me more for the outside influences. Thank you. Knight of Wands, Nine of Cups. Tower. So the Nine of Wands, nodding back to the Nine of Wands up the top, you know, about not giving up and still walking away in search of your happiness. I think this is kind of confirming that. And then with the World, you know, the end of a cycle, major portion of your life has completed. I feel like because you put in the work and manifested, yes, but manifestation doesn't work unless you do. So that's the cause of you getting ready to move forward. Outside influences, what maybe is lighting the fire under you is, again, you've come so far. You've put in so much work. And I think you have gotten to a place of self-love and fulfillment, and you're balanced within yourself. You know, Temperance card is not into that. At the end of that, once that was over, putting in the work and the manifestations and having the patience and the balance and learning your lessons and and it's all coming through because you put in the work and you learned how to appropriately love yourself. And this all got kicked off due to some type of tower disrupting your life, which usually is how it starts. But I think this is something that's always been inside of you that you've wanted to do. This just kind of gave you a reason to go after it. Give me a little bit more about down the tower. Page of Swords. What about the Page of Swords? What did they learn from this? What if this tower is gave you some like truth and clarity and enlightenment that you didn't have before? Some new information. Seven of Pentacles. And it was something that disappointed you. And it looks like something you had put work into, and that wasn't going to turn out the way you thought. Okay, so we'll find out. I'll try to find out what it is, but whatever this tower was that made this cycle come to a close, this is a cycle of manifestation and work and working towards your goals and efforts and things like that, where it doesn't pan out. I think you take what you learned from that and you're like, I can't give up with this, but you've gained the confidence because you took the time to learn what you needed to learn, work on yourself the way you needed to, you know what I mean, to get to the point where you were ready to take whatever this opportunity was or whatever this was that you put work into to the next level, and it didn't work out the way you thought it was going to. But I think once that happened and kind of kicked you into gear, you're like, but I'm like good at this. I'm not gonna give up now. There's some way you can get to the same goal in a different way, I think. I think, and you know in your heart that it's a better way, but like you were like, okay, I'll do it this way because this is the way I'm supposed to do it. I don't think disappointed it didn't work out, yes, because you put all that work into it. Really disappointed, no, because I think you want to go do this other thing, same other thing. I don't know what it is. I think you want to go do the same thing in a different place, and now you can. Yeah, but it's like, even though you didn't want to take the time and do it this way, it had to be done this way for you to grow the way you were supposed to be able to go and do this by yourself someplace else. I think you needed to build a foundation, even though you wanted to run and go do it. Yep. Yeah. And now there's like balance and give and take, and now you're at that point where you can be like, if this had happened when you first started this, you would have been discouraged and just given up, like, whatever, I can't do this, this is not going to work out, I don't like this, blah blah. But now that you've come along and you've gained confidence, and you know you really have these skills, it's not just based upon your environment or where you are, those are your skills. I think you're like, well, I'll just go do this someplace else. You know, not being afraid to take that step away from your comfort zone is huge. That might have been the lesson you learned. You might have learned that manifestation isn't instant, too. Very good, very good. So, I suppose, I mean, this is like recent past, and I know I did outside influences too, because kind of debating between the two, but I feel like it's kind of a mix, to be honest. I think that's why I explained it the way I did. Because I stand by that explanation. This is the past. But it's also what your outside influences are, what's causing you to do it, so I take that kind of for both. What is tell me something they should be aware of at the moment regarding all of this? Tell me what collective needs to know about this, what they should be aware of right now. King of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. One more, please, about what collectors should be aware of. One more, please, Spirit. I would say be careful of any offers you get to help you along with this. Like, if it seems like it's kind of like a business thing or your career or whatever, you know, be very take your time and look over the details. Read the fine print. Because if you sign something, you signed it, right? And that's going to be a life-changing event. Like, this is whatever thing you go with, whatever opportunity you go with, is a life-changing event. It's gonna just put your trajectory of your life for the next whatever, since you're in the beginning, because this cycle is closed, right? You are setting your next whatever cycle this is. So be super duper careful when you're choosing what to do. Don't be paranoid, please. Just use your common sense. You're given this decision to make because you're ready to make the decision, or you wouldn't be faced with it. Don't panic. Stop for a minute. Use your common sense. Use your intuition. Use your intelligence. Get help if you need to. If you can't figure it out on your own, learning to ask for help is a skill that you need to learn, or you won't be given things to do. Because you have to learn to understand when you need help. Right? That's part of your lessons. Queen of Swords came out. Yeah, definitely acknowledging use your negotiating skills, use your intelligence, mind over heart decisions, read the contract, have your lawyer read it. And be ready to cut it up if need be. Yeah. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. Is this someone specific, or is it just a business offer in general, or an offer from someone who has the means to help? It may not be business. It could just be someone who is well off, who can help you do this, or really help you. It's like you have to decide, is someone out, especially if you're going someplace you don't know anyone. You have to be very careful if somebody is out to get you, or if they are really trying to help you. The Six of Pentacles, I feel like it could be either. I think it's saying, like, it's saying you have to decide who is who. This is your warning. Be aware of the snakes in the grass, but you've been told, so like it should be easier. Because you've been warned. If you don't listen, that's your fault. I'm like, is this a sign? Is this a warning? I don't know. How many more times do you have to see the same thing before you decide it's a warning? Or accept, if it happens to you, you're okay with it. Either way is fine. You know, a friend of mine was saying how she's nervous because she's going to fly, seeing all these airplane crashes. Yeah, I don't blame you. But you have to decide if you're seeing this and it's making you nervous, you have to decide if wherever you're flying for is worth taking the risk. If you feel like you're nervous, then you must feel like it's a risk. And you have to be okay with either way. That's all. Four of Cups. Yeah. Don't obsess over it. Don't go crazy now that I said something and think everybody's out to get you. It's not what the point is. The point is to use your skills you've learned. Don't focus trying to find the snake, or it's going to be over here and snap you, right? Or the real offer is going to come in and you're not going to see it. So it's all about learning the balance of kind of knowing what you want, putting it out there, following up the opportunities as they come up, and using the skills you have to decide which one is the best. I know we don't always have the luxury of having time like that to do it in a calm, patient way, but you can find a way to do it. Alright, let's get some advice. I think I hear my daughter. Alright, thank you, Spirit. Can you tell me some advice? The Devil. I think it's saying to also not let your own insecurities get the better of you. You know, don't fall into any vices you might have to try to deal with it. Don't be lured into like the fast track of success by like somebody, like all those little devilish things. Stay on your path to the sun. I mean, we all have to acknowledge our shadow, but that's what you need to do. Acknowledge it and be aware, and don't let it catch you off guard. Don't be chained to it. Just acknowledge and respect that the issues are there, and don't let a high stressful situation bring it out. You know, your devil tendency could be your lack of confidence. This is too many. It's weird. Tell me maybe two more for the advice, please, Spirit. You know, I feel this is giving me like avoiding the devil within us, devil tendencies, energies, and whatnot, yes, is always advised, but don't forget about them. Don't forget that they're there. That's true. Yeah, advice, take it easy. I feel like you're at a time of your life that you don't have to rush for some reason. It feels like you're in a good situation to be able to kind of take your time and actually comb through everything. Yeah. So wait and let the offers come into you. You know, move forward with your new, again, same enlightenment, ideas, truth. Now take action about it. Before you were kind of realizing you had it, now you're confident and you're taking action with your intellect, enlightenment, intuition, etc. But also, again, just be aware of people trying to give you, you know, put lipstick on a pig and call it something else. That's all. You're gonna have a lot of offers coming in. So just be ready to be moving forward with your mind about you. Offers, opportunities, projects, you know, you have so many things you're ready to work on. Back to the beginning. Well, the second row. The Eight of Wands. So the advice is to continue to focus and work on your goals and your manifesting and your things of that sort. Keep going forward. It seems like you're doing great. Alright, and one last for possible distant future energy. I wonder what it is you do.
Alright, what's a possible future energy, future outcome of this path? Oh my god, the Chariot and the Eight of Wands again. Yeah. You can't stop. You're just moving forward. I think you are. Yeah, I think you're definitely moving locations. I think the things you're working towards, your plans are coming in, and you're continuing to do what you've realized you can do. This enlightenment of your skills and your confidence up here changed the game. One more about the future. Maybe a little message from the future self. I'm going to bed. Yeah, Queen of Wands, perfect. I was gonna say earlier, your energy has not come out. Saving it for the last, I guess. Queen of Wands, I think, is an Aries. Doesn't have to. I'm not calling any sign for this. But you're in that passionate, go get 'em, top of the world, manifestation queen. I never noticed that before. It looks like there's a folder with a piece of paper in it. I feel like this is like you, like, with all your paperwork and your everything, waiting to like go into like an interview almost. Everything, whatever you're manifesting, whatever it is you want, it's happening. Just know this. Just be careful to make the correct decisions and continue doing things the way you have been. For it to continue to be going the way it has been. Don't get lax about it. Don't be like, oh, I'm good. No. The Hierophant. If you need help, go get it. Yeah. I feel when you do, someone is going to have more answers for you. You're learning. Learn. You don't know everything. But you have to ask. You have to ask. No one's going to be like, hey, did you want to know this? No, you have to be like, hey, I want to know this. Can you tell me? Like, I have somebody I want to reach out to and ask if they teach a certain thing that I found out they do. That's a story for another day. Alright, my friends, I'm not clarifying this. I think this is pretty cut and dry. The vibe you're in right now is like, you're like, something has come to an ending, like a job, or you were going to try to get promoted from a job and it didn't work out, or you're taking the next step in whatever area of your life, and what you thought it was going to be isn't working out. But it's okay, because all the work you put into getting there made you realize, like, hey, I can use all of this to do something else, or do this here, you know. And so now you have confidence to kind of like move on, and you're realizing, like, oh, these things that I've manifested, they are starting to come in. And you're seeing the little trickles, and you're like, oh, you realize doing the work pushed it along. So you're like, I've come too far. But you have this confidence and the self-love about you. Yeah. And you're like going forward. You're probably, I think you're moving locations to go after this thing that you wanted. Be careful of opportunities coming in. Be sure to read all the fine print. To know who has your best intentions in mind, because remember, this decision is going to stick with you for your cycle. Use your mind. Keep in the back of your mind your weaknesses, so to speak, your downfalls, your Achilles heels, as you're waiting for your future to come toward you. You know, because realizing you have the knowledge and the gifts and the skills, you're now going forward and telling other people you do too, and taking action towards it. Just use it. Don't be afraid when you're faced with a decision, because that's what all this work has been for. You have the answers inside of you. Yeah, so keep pushing forward. I've got that somebody's like, yeah, but what if it stops? What if this all goes away? It's not. This is real. It keeps happening. So you know, you can be like comfortable. Like, I feel like multiple things have happened that you're like, no way. And that's on purpose, so you believe it. So it may not be rapid fire like that all the time, but if you're consistently putting in work to what you want, believe that it's coming into you. Alright, well guys, I have a lot of stuff to do today, and things might be crazy later on, but I am going to try to do another one. We'll see. I hope everybody has a great day. I hope the messages did resonate with who they were for. Like and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe. And I'll see you on the next video.